Ladies and gentlemen, we take pride in presenting
In color. My favorite Marshall.
My Favorite Vinyl with Don Tanner.
And good morning. This is indeed My Favorite Vinyl, the WEFT show where we play the music and talk about the musical favorites of our special guests each and every week on WEFT, Champaign-Urbana. And our special guest this week, good morning, it's Sikora, Sierra Sikora, a singer, songwriter, musician, composer. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We got you up early this morning.
A little.
So, looking forward to hearing some of your music and talking about your career. But tell us first of all a little bit about you, where you're from, and all that.
Okay, my name is Sierra Sikora. I'm 19 years old, and I am from Chicago, born and raised, and
right.
I am a singer-songwriter.
Fantastic. Are you a Cub fan? White Sox fan?
Not a huge sports fan, but if I had to choose one, Cubs.
Okay, all right, not a bad team, not a bad team. So tell us a little bit growing up. How was music first brought? I assume from you mentioned your mom when we were off the air, kind of got you into music originally. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, the earliest musical experience I can remember are these music classes that my mom put me in when I was like 3 years old or something. I don't remember what the point was, but we'd sing these little rhymes and dance to them. But other than that, I grew up singing at church and just singing to myself.
Yeah.
And then the earliest formal training I had was piano lessons when I was 6.
Okay, and how was that? 'Cause I remember my mom forcing me to take piano lessons, and I felt like my piano teacher was more interested in how long my nails were. I'm actually cutting my nails at one point, but I wanted to. I was big. I'm sure you've never heard of the Partridge Family, but when I was a kid, that was a big band for me. I wanted to be in a band, but I did not want to take an instrument. So piano lessons were great. You play a couple of different instruments.
Yeah, I never really wanted to be in a band growing up, and I never didn't want to do music, but I didn't have a strong urge to know how to play piano or anything.
Yeah.
If anything, I wanted to learn guitar, but I didn't end up learning that till high school. But yeah, I play piano and guitar.
Okay, and tell us about your piano teacher. How was that experience for you?
She was really nice. I'd go to her house every week, and just on her back porch, she'd teach me how to play piano, and she had some cats. She was great.
Well, let's start off. We're gonna play some songs that are important to you. Again, a couple of records that you have put out as well. And we're going to start with a song by a group Sweet Sensations. Talk about that a little bit. Why that's important to you.
Yeah, this first song is called If Wishes Came True, and it's actually a song I grew up singing with my mom. It's one of the first songs I think I memorized and started singing along to when I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, and it's like a 80s pop heartbreak ballad, which is kind of random for a toddler to be singing, but it's a really important song to me just because I would always sing it with my mom, and it's ingrained in my head at this point. And
that's awesome.
It's really good. So
that's great.
Yeah.
If Wishes Came True.
Yeah.
Actually, Sweet Sensations, and this is My Favorite Vinyl on WEFT. WEFT 90.1 FM, and Sierra Sikora, we think that maybe 80s, 90s-ish?
Not sure exactly when, but around that time.
Yeah, it's something that your mom used to play, and you said your mom's listening this morning.
I'm sure she is. She texted me right before this, so shout out to my mom. Happy belated Mother's Day. Love you, Mom.
Great. That's awesome. So you started singing at an early age.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go into your musical theater background a little bit. When did you start doing that?
I first started theater when I was 8 years old. Just in my elementary school, they had a theater program, and the first show I did was My Son Pinocchio. I played a background child.
Did you? That's when I would be in plays. That's where I like to be back in the background with other people.
I like to play the lead roles, but it took a few shows for me to get into that. But I think over the course of my entire musical theater career, if I can call it that, I did maybe 21, 22 shows.
Really?
From the time I was 8 to 17.
All the way through high school.
Yeah, I did it a lot less in high school just because I played sports, but I still tried to do one show a year until senior year. I didn't have any time.
So what were some of the other lead roles that you had?
My favorite show I ever did was Little Shop of Horrors. I wasn't a lead, but I was like a supporting lead. I was one of the 3 like brunette girls.
Okay.
But another one I did. Oh, one of my other favorite roles was Sharpay in High School Musical. That was my other favorite show I've done. But other than that, I played Sandy in Grease when I was 12 or 13.
That's a big role, right?
Yeah,
Could,
that was a
could
fun
be
one.
much bigger than that. So, well, obviously you're good at memorizing lines, right? Whether it's songs or other things. And so in that vein, in that theme with musical theater, what are we going to listen to next?
This next song is Freddie My Love from Grease, and it's just a tribute to my musical theater upbringing. And also, Grease is one of my favorite musical soundtracks. I don't know necessarily the plot. I don't agree with everything that happened, but it is a really good song, so yeah.
Well, let's listen to it. This is My Favorite Vinyl on WEFT with our special guest, Sikora. Bringing back some doo-wop memories from the Grease soundtrack and Freddie My Love on WEFT, My Favorite Vinyl, and Sierra Sikora, a song that inspired you in a few different ways.
Yeah, so that song, Freddie My Love, actually partially inspired one of my songs that's out right now called Relapse, specifically like the doo-wop, like piano 6/8 feel, like I have that going on in Relapse, and that is partially pulled from Freddie My Love.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, so I know we're going to, speaking of inspirations, talk a little bit about an artist that you said is your favorite artist and someone who inspires you. Who is that and why?
My favorite artist is Conan Gray, and honestly I don't really know why, but he's kind of the first artist I listened to where I got super into it. It was like my sophomore year of high school. I randomly put him on shuffle on Spotify, and all of a sudden I was like a super fan. I don't know how that happened, but artists like Conan Gray, Olivia Rodrigo, they really inspire my sound, like specifically, because I listen to them so much, and it's like I kind of aspire to sound in that same vein as them.
Right. Have you had a chance to meet any of these inspirations?
I wish. I've seen them both live. I've seen Conan Gray 3 times. I hope to see him again whenever he drops again.
Nice.
But I have not met them, but maybe one day.
Yeah. Where's he based out of, Conan Gray?
He was born in Texas, but now he like tours around. I don't know where he lives now. Probably LA or something.
Okay. All right. Well, what song are we going to hear, and why is this one you wanted to play for the show?
This song is Movies by Conan Gray. It's off his album Super 8, which is like my favorite album of all time. And it's just a good representation of how he inspires me, because it specifically inspired my song Astrology, just in its structure and the way it's mixed and produced and everything. So,
yeah. Well, I want to talk about how you write and how you compose and all of those things.
Yeah.
Maybe we do that right after this song.
Totally.
Here it is on the left.
And I wanna love like the movie.
Movies and Conan Gray on WEFT. Very haunting, beautiful song.
Yeah, I love that song. It's great.
I can see why you like it. It inspires you, and as you're writing your music, the form of this particular artist. You like the way his sound is, and tell us about your sound. How you write a song.
Honestly, what I usually do is I start with like a blank page, because I usually have something that's making me write, so I can never write from nothing. So I'm usually feeling something and I just write about that, not thinking about it, just dumping out what I feel. And then once I have a page full of thoughts, basically on the next page, I try to rearrange that, and then I have a guitar or piano in front of me, and I add melody and lyrics at the same time, pulling inspiration from the page I previously wrote.
So you kind of start with lyrics.
Yeah, definitely. My songs are very lyrically focused. I think that's like the main point, is just to get words out, and then the melody is obviously really important, but it's secondary to the lyrics for me.
Yeah, and you're writing, you're producing, you mentioned?
I do produce all my own music, yeah.
That's phenomenal. Well, tell us about the Lackadays and how you guys found each other, and we're going to hear some of your music with them here in a second.
So the Lackadays are a band that are also local here, and I met their bassist Angelo really randomly at a party, and I was like, yo, I need a bassist, and he was like, I play bass, so we started playing together, and he's like, we should collab, and I was like, yeah, totally. Wasn't really planning on it at first, but then I met one of his other bandmates, Michael, who does not play for me, but we ended up becoming really good friends, so I ended up writing with them. Now their drummer, Jameer, also plays with me, and we're all good friends.
That's
so
awesome.
I did end up writing a song with Michael, like lyrics and melody. Angelo produced it, and it just came out on their new album, which just dropped, called From Flame to Flight, which is very good. It's like a masterpiece. If anyone should, you should check it out, because the story behind the album is just so well crafted, and Angelo did a great job with that. But yeah, so we wrote a song together, and I'm really proud of what we did with it.
It's called
Well, I'm Still Alive.
on WEFT.
Yeah, it's out everywhere now.
They'll get a chance to hear your voice
Yeah, that's me.
with the Lackadays. Very, very pretty. So you guys wrote that together.
Yeah, we did.
While I'm Still Alive, and their EP is
Album,
out now?
yeah, just
it's
dropped.
an album. Okay, that's awesome. We're going to talk about some other things and play another one of your records here in a second. I do need to say that support for My Favorite Vinyl is provided in part by CU CD and Vinyl in downtown Urbana. New and used CDs and vinyl, including rare imports and limited releases. SEEYOU CD and Vinyl. They're located behind Elm City Roastery on Main Street in Urbana. Also, CU CD and Vinyl on all socials. All right. Well, Sierra Sikora, this has been awesome having you in this morning. We're going to play a couple of more songs, including we've been talking about some of your inspirations too.
Yeah.
And I know we want to talk about another couple of artists that have inspired you and you really like.
Yeah. So this next song is actually the song that got me kind of into songwriting when I was in 8th grade. Prior to that, I had written a couple instrumental pieces with piano, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And then this song is I Think I Kinda You Know from High School Musical, the musical, the series, and it's by Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett. Not sure if they actually wrote it, but it is a really good song, and it was kind of the song where I was like, oh, I want to write something like that. And I had a ukulele, so I was kind of a ukulele girl for a little bit. And my first few songs, which will never be released or be seen, but
Don't never say never, as they say.
they sounded very similar to this song because I was really just trying to emulate that like ukulele at home DIY sort of sound. So yeah, this song got me started.
And it's called I Think I Kinda Know. I Think I Kinda You Know.
Yes.
We'll get it out one of these days. Okay, here we go on WEFT. WEFT and My Favorite Vinyl. Sierra Sikora, our special guest. And again, we appreciate you coming in bright and early.
Yes, of
today.
course.
You have a big week ahead.
I do have
tell,
a big
Tell us about all the
week.
stuff that's going on this week and coming up this summer.
So I actually have my debut EP, Confessions, coming out a week from today on
That's
May
awesome.
19th.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Worked very hard on it. It's been formulating in my brain for like over 2 years.
Wow.
And it kind of in production since then. I like restarted a bunch of the songs multiple times, but finally got it done. So that's coming out in a week. And then I also have my EP release party the day before on the 18th in Chicago. It's actually sold out already, but there is going to be a live stream, which tickets are available for on my
Fantastic.
website. If
Okay.
anyone's interested. That's sierrasikora.com.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, and then big summer for me too. I will be playing a Battle of the Bands festival in June called Bitter Jester. That's June 13th. And me and Lackadays are playing on the same day, which is going to be so awesome because I never played a show with them. So that's going to be really fun. And then I actually do also have a headline concert in Chicago August 11th, and I can't announce too many details, but save the date for that. It's going to be my biggest show of the year. I had one last year. This one is going to be even bigger. Very excited about
More
that.
news to come on that.
Yeah, I love playing headline shows because it's very nice when it feels like everyone knows the words to my songs and everyone's there to see me specifically.
Yeah.
It just feels very community.
That is great.
Yeah, and I also wanted to talk about my EP a little bit. So this next song is actually on my EP. It's called Jade. It's my most recent single, and Three of my singles that are out right now are going to be on the EP. So Jade, Astrology, and Relapse. And then I have 3 new songs. And I haven't announced the track list yet, but I'm going to announce it right now a little
here we
early.
go. We have an exclusive.
A little early. So if anyone's listening, thank you for listening. I mean, I guess it's not early for everyone, but if it is early for you, thank you for getting up.
Well, and this is also being shot for YouTube. So make sure to get you that link,
cool.
and you can repost that, and everybody can hear it then as well.
Yeah. So 3 new tracks. 2 of them, people who are like fans of me probably already know because I posted about it. And then there's one that I've never posted, never sang before. Only like my close best friends know it because I've shared it with them. But the first new track is called I Understand, which I posted about a few weeks ago just to see what the reaction would be. A lot more people related to it than I thought. And they're like, I need this. I'm like, oh, you'll get
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Some anticipation building.
The second new song is The Dark, which is definitely one of my favorite lyrical songs I've written. I think it's very long, but I think it's a good song. And then the last song that I have never posted or shared, it's called The Ghost in Sage Green, and
interesting title.
Yeah, I guess you'll see what it's about. But yeah, that's the track list.
A little tease there. Well, that's fantastic. Well, again, Sikora, singer, songwriter, musician, composer, producer. I've heard so much about you. You're very, very talented.
Thank you.
Bright career ahead. And we're going to hear your song Jade from the EP.
Yeah.
And again, thanks for coming in.
Of course. Thank you.
This is WEFT and My Favorite Vinyl.